So let's take a quick look here at the pixel engine page. This is where you can add additional pixels. So you have already here your initial pixel that you've probably set up on the welcome page in the first step of the walkthrough here. And now here's the place where you can add more pixels, additional pixels. Now, in order to be able to add more pixels to Trackify, you have to first have them created and assigned to an ad account in Facebook. All right, so let's see how we can do this. Here is a button right here. It says go to Facebook Events Manager. That's a pretty good place to start. It takes you directly into the Business Manager and into the pixel that you click over there. And this takes you right here. So this is this particular pixel that's already running. Now, in order to set up a new pixel, you have to go to the business settings of your admin, of your business manager. You have to be an admin of the business manager. And when you are, then you can go over here to data sources. You click on pixels, and then you can add new pixels here. You see, so add new pixel. There you go. So we're going to call this, let's just call it Trackify Backup Pixel, right? Because that's what a lot of people, is kind of the first thing that they want to do is set up a second pixel to make sure that you have a backup. You have your pixel data collected on some other pixel other than the main master pixel that you're using. Now you can create that in a different ad account. Theoretically, you can also do that in a different business manager. So that's kind of all up to you. But for the purpose of this video, let's just keep it simple and create a pixel here. And then now the pixel, it says it isn't ready yet, but ignore this because this is actually what Trackify makes this much easier than all this is what they're suggesting here as additional steps. So just close this. Now here, if you should always add people. So in this particular case, I'm working in my wife's account, so it's kind of nice and easy. So I'm going to go in here and have myself, in this case, quote unquote myself, added to this pixel here as admin for the pixel, so you can actually do anything you want with this pixel. In addition to that, you also have to add this pixel to an ad account, right? So let's do that. Connected assets, that's where we are. So right now we have selected this backup pixel that we just created. And we're in here, connected assets, nothing is connected to that yet. If you leave it like that, you're not going to be able to see it in Trackify and select it. Okay, so you have to assign it to an ad account. So here we just go and we click this training account. That's the same account that we're already using for the other pixel. And there you go. So now when we come back to Trackify and just reload this page right here, we're actually going to be able to add this pixel. So to add it, now you just click on add, then you select the ad account that you've assigned the pixel to, and bam, right there it is, Trackify Backup Pixel. Now it's available there, right there. And to add it as a backup pixel, you just simply set it up as an additional master pixel. And you click add pixel, and shazam, there it goes, it's right here, right? So backup pixel's down there, Trackify account pixel, that's the first one that we set up, and there you go. All right, so that's great. Now, the two pixels are available here in your business account. So now that we're done with that, if you want to add more pixels, you're going to have to come over here and manage your subscription and upgrade to the marketer plan, for example, right? Before we go on with this instruction video here, I want to insert a quick update because we have added a new feature, a couple of new features that I want to mention here at this point before we go into details on how to set up tag pixels and collections pixels, which is all handled further down along this video. But I wanted to just draw your attention to this new feature here where you can actually insert a pixel by ID. Now, I want to warn you not to generally do that, even if your ad account, if you have difficulty sometimes seeing your ad account here and connecting this properly so that your permissions are all set in your business managers, you should in any case set up all your pixels in this way here as it's explained in this video. But if you want to add a pixel that your profile does not have access to, you can now do this as well, and that's what this second method here is for. The purpose for this is if, for example, you have an agency working with you and the agency wants to use a pixel that you don't have access to, or something along these lines, then you can simply just get the pixel ID, paste it in here, and then put a name here. Let's call that agency pixel. And you have to actually name that manually. And then you would select the pixel type here. So most likely this would be another master pixel. And then you hit add pixel. Now here's a bit of a disclaimer, because we want to make sure that you only run pixels in Trackify that you have full authority to run in your shop, right? So read this and don't move forward if you don't have authority to use that, to actually use this pixel, right? So when you click OK, it's then in here, and you can see here, so it's not quite clearly visible here, but there are going to be some disadvantages about these pixels, and that's why I want you to generally use this other feature here, because if you actually don't have access to this pixel, you won't be able to see any stats, you won't be able to use it for audience building from within Trackify and so forth. So there are several disadvantages of inserting a pixel this way, but there have been cases where our users have requested, hey, how can we add a pixel outside of the profile that is currently logged in, to run another pixel for the agency, or if you have a pixel in another business manager and your profile doesn't have access to that, but your partner profile has access to it, then this is a quick and easy way to just get the pixel in here. All right. Now the second new feature is that you can now edit a pixel. So you can also delete pixels even if they're not in your profile. So that's also possible here. But you can also now edit any pixel, and that's kind of an advantage if, for example, let's say you start out with another master pixel, a double or triple master pixel, and then you say, oh, okay, now my dog niche is really taking off and I want to make that master pixel that has already the data collected on the dog pixel, I want to make that a tag pixel, right? So now you can go in here and switch this here for this particular pixel. Let's say we're making it a niche tag pixel. And then here you select the tag that you want to make it. You can add one or more tags here and you hit update, and that will then close it and make it a tag pixel. You're going to learn more about tag pixels further down in this video. Just note that this edit feature here has been added. And with that said, I'm just going to delete this pixel now and let you go on with the video. Okay, so I've done a little magic here and upgraded to Marketer in the background so I can show you how to add more pixels and how to add different types of pixels, okay? So now let's just actually do the same thing again, and we're going to add another pixel here, and I'm just going to call this one Trackify. Let's call it tag pixel. I'm going to show you this on this example on the tag pixel, and again we're going to ignore this all this stuff here, but we do want to make sure that we assign the person that we're working with here as an admin for the pixel, and then also assign the pixel to an ad account. And you can see what I'm doing here is I'm just assigning that all to the same ad account, right? And you can do this different ways. You can do different pixels in different ad accounts, one pixel per ad account, or you can also manage them all in the same ad account. It's kind of up to you how you organize your ads. All right, so let's refresh this page one more time, so that we can now add a tag pixel here. So again, we're going to go with the same training account here, and there's my tag pixel now. And I'm going to select as pixel type here, niche tag. And with that, you can now here pull down any tags that you may already have in your store. And if there aren't any, as seems to be the case right here, then you can just actually create the tag from here, and let's just say this would be a dog lover's tag, right? So that would be this. So if you wanted to add the tag this way, you can. You just have to then make sure that you actually assign this tag to some products in your store. Otherwise, this pixel won't fire for anything, right? So tag pixels fire for all products that have a specific tag that is assigned here, assigned to the product. You can also do multiple tags like this, for example. And I'm using these two formats for the tags because this is kind of our tracking tag format. You can theoretically use any assigned tags that you already have, any tags, it doesn't matter. But there are a couple of features that are special, and for these you have to format the tags this way. By the way, if you want to learn much more about tagging and like good ideas, good examples for how you could tag your products and make it a real system where it actually makes a lot of sense in your store, watch the contextual video, that's on the tutor head icon, the contextual video in the analytics page. So go over to analytics, click on the tutor head icon. There's a really detailed video there that gives you some ideas on how to tag your products so that it actually makes sense. All right, so we're going to set this up right there. And now we have a third pixel here. You can see the type is now showing niche tag pixel, and it says here context. So in this case, you see that this pixel is assigned to some tags, one or more tags, and the tags that it's assigned to are showing right here as context. The third method of assigning a pixel, and I'm going to show you how not to do it here, but the third connection here, the third pixel type is a collection pixel. Now collection pixels fire for all products that are in a specific collection. And again, you have to have some collections in your store for to be able to actually pull this down here and see those collections. But then, so again, you could create a collection here in theory, and then create it in your store later. That would be possible too. Actually, I meant this. So let's say I created a dog collection, right? You could do that and then add some products to the collection in your Shopify store admin, and then add that. And here I'm going to show you here a pretty typical error that happens. Like when you do this and then it just kind of goes back and it doesn't do anything, you need to add an error message here. But what that means, or what that signals, is that you have the same pixel already assigned here and used once before. So you can't do that. You can't do the same pixel twice. That's why I showed you in this video how to create a new pixel if you want to add another pixel for some other dimension, for some other collection or some other tags or whatever, right? So you have to just come back to your Facebook Business Manager, create another pixel, add it to an ad account, and then refresh this page, and then you'll be able to select this pixel here and assign to something else. So don't try to use the same pixel twice for different things or for the same things, right? Cool. Well, there you go. That's it for this page, and I hope this works. If you have any questions, just click on the app chat widget that's going to be here in the bottom right corner in your store, and then you'll be able to chat with us and we'll help you out. Thanks a lot for watching. This is Thomas Bartke, and I'm going to talk to you later.